All right, B-Leaguers. Now we're on to part 6 of our off-season needs, and we're getting into the final four. Two of the semi-finalists that didn't quite make it to the championship game had a heartbreak. One of those people, unfortunately, was yours truly. As a lot of you know, obviously DJ and Giles being new to the league, you may not know that we have completed 6 years of the B League, and in every single year I have made the playoffs, the only franchise to do that. And every single year in the playoffs, yet to make even a final, let alone win a championship. So when it comes to the playoff games, I seem to just shit the bed. There was one playoff game where when Cam Newton was killing it for the Panthers, they were playing the Broncos, good defence, and Josh McGowan who was playing for the Jets and was doing pretty well. He was playing some numpty team, and so I played the matchup, and suffice to say, McGowan broke his arm and got like a -6 points, which went on our Hall of Fame at the time when Jace was keeping records of the lowest scores of any position, and I ended up losing that game. I think the last 3 years in the final week of our fantasy games, where obviously I haven't been in the championship game, but I've been the highest scoring franchise in there. So pretty painful times, lost a lot of sleep, and probably gone through a bit of depression about it. So hopefully the drugs that I get from the pharmacist down the back alley for $50 a hit does the trick. All right, on to Team Chubb and Gurley. Look, in terms of team needs, it's pretty solid all over. I'm fairly happy with my team. I'm concerned about who's going to be throwing the rock to DK, but pretty happy with the upgrade for MPJ. I think Adam should be good, should be all right. Expecting a sort of an upgrade from Lawrence this year. Fairly solid on the bench, especially once I drop some of those numpties that are sprinkled in. So probably have a couple of running backs, a couple of wide receivers, a tight end and a quarterback on the bench that could probably come in and play. My biggest problem is that I'm going to be waiting a long time to get my first draft pick in the upcoming draft, and I don't have a first either for the following year. So really going for it at the moment with the team that I have, and hoping to hit a couple of draft picks. The other team that we're looking at for our off-season needs is Jason, who ironically in the 6 years we've completed has never beaten me. I think we've played something like 8, maybe 9 times, because there was a time where we could have played a couple of times in the regular season when we had a 12-team comp, and also in the playoffs as well. I beat him in the last game last year. Look, stacked at quarterback with Herbert, you're welcome, and Josh Allen. And now getting currently Mitch as well to sort of give him a bit more support. He does have a few question marks over those running backs. I mean, Zeke, he seems to be on the way out. Who knows what's going to happen with Robinson? CEH has big question marks over him as well. And I don't think he's got... Michael Carter should be pretty good. So solid, but there is a few question marks. Cup's amazing. Lockett's the same sort of question mark as what I have. Renfro's not going to get the same targets now that Adams is in there. Gronk should be back, which is going to be a good boost as well. And he is actually going to be waiting longer than me to pick first. So there is some solid players on the bench. Kirk should see a lot of volume. Obviously, Smith is a starter. Hurst now in Cincinnati. You're welcome again. Fucking every time I trade with Jason, I seem to just give him these amazing, or at least players that are of value. All right, on to the finalists and the champ next time. See you, boys.